Coming up on this week's recap of Michigan high school sports.
Hoops Hounds, this show's for you. Regional lunacy on both the girls and boys side. So much basketball, we're all a little crazy about it.
Plenty of Easter eggs to satisfy the soul. Silly Rabbit, State Champ starts now.
From inside the State Champ studios on the campus of Lawrence Technological University, this is State Champs. How you live in Michigan? Well, let me tell you, the next 4 years could be here with us. If you aspire to be a college athlete, LTU wants you. Recruit yourself at LTUathletics.com. I'm Lauren Plant.
And I'm Jenna Rose. We need to tell you right off the top, we have not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 state champs at the state finals show premiering this week. Nobody covers the state finals like State Champs, so if you love high school hockey, boys swimming, competitive cheer, bowling, or gymnastics, see the best of the best from this season. Compete for it all by downloading the free State Champs app or check them out on our website or on the State Champs socials.
Now, no matter what your NCAA bracket looks like, good news, we've got an Easter basket full of nothing but goodness from gyms all over the state. It never happens, but we have regionals in boys and girls hoops at the very same time. We've got incredible individual performances. We've got drama, and yes, we have Cinderellas showing up to the ball.
Time for tip-off, and let's start with some regional semifinal action on the boys' side.
Let's check out the #1 ranked team in the state. Orchard Lake St. Mary's taking on Clarkston in a Division I regional semifinal at White Lake Lakeland. I'm Greg Molson with the highlights, and check out the first basket of the game. Julian Roper to Peter Nwoke for the two-handed flush. Clarkston keeping it close thanks to the hot shooting of Nathan Steinman. He banks it in for 3. St. Mary's didn't hit a single three-pointer in the entire game, but off the miss here, Roper saves it to Will Smythe, who finds DeCorion Temple inside. Eaglets up by 8 in the second. But Steinman single-handedly keeps the Wolves in it. He had 12 of the team's 16 points in the first half. St. Mary's led it by 7 at halftime, then pushes the lead up to 11 in the third. It's Nwoke with another power flush. Then it's Roper with the takeaway and the breakaway. Looked like the Eaglets might be putting this one away. But Clarkston ends the third with a 9-1 run. Brody Cosen to Zach Austin for the basket plus the foul, cutting the lead to just 3 going into the fourth. The Wolves then jump in front. Isaiah Harris misses the triple, but he gets a second chance for 2, putting Clarkston up by 3. St. Mary's takes the lead back, though, from the free throw line, with Roper hitting 5 of 6 in the final minutes, putting the Eaglets up by 2 with just 5 seconds to play. The Wolves with a final chance to tie or win. Steinman with the shot that is off, but Austin is fouled with just 4/10 of a second left. He calmly hits the first free throw, then has a second to force overtime, but it's no good. Orchard Lake St. Mary's holds on to win it 38-37. The Eaglets remain unbeaten at 13-0.
You know, you got to find a way to win these things, you know. You got to find a way, and I think we did tonight. That's it. You know, it was just about old school toughness, and you know, that's something we try to pride ourselves on.
Oh man, I was just so excited to see my team pull it off. We came together at the end. We didn't hit a shot the whole game, but we stuck together and we got it done. It was an ugly win, but I'll take an ugly win over any loss any day.
I'm Ryan Slocum in Lansing for a Division IV boys basketball regional semifinal between Weberville and Bellevue. The Broncos showing off the passing skills in the first. David Payne finds a cutting Nicholas Hayward. The senior lays it in. A couple of trips later, it's Payne working the pick and roll with Braylon Robbins, who finds him for another bounce. He turns and puts it in. Bellevue led it 23-17 after one. They would go up 9 in the second. But back come the Spartans. The big man, Dawson Lott, running the floor, and he throws it down, cutting the lead to 3. Weberville ends the half on a 15-5 run. Colson Lykos puts him ahead with that triple. He led all scorers with 16, and the Spartans went into the locker room on top 32-31, and they would stay hot after the break. Nate Lott II with the steal. He takes it all the way through the spin cycle for the reverse. Weberville takes a 6-point lead, but this game of runs swings back the other way. Bellevue finds the open man. It's Kenneth Bartha with 3 of his team-high 11. The Broncos led it 44-39 after 3. The Spartans trying to claw back again in the fourth. It's Lott II on the wing for the triple. Then it's Lott to Gage Rhodes in the corner for another 3. And that would put them up for good. Rhodes scored 12 as Weberville beats Bellevue 56-50.
It means a lot. We've been up and down. We had a 2 week because of COVID. Came back, tried to play hard. Won a district champ, and now we're here.
Man, I love these kids, dude. I mean, let's get real. All the stuff these kids have gone through is heartbreaking. So this means 100% my heart out of my chest for these kids that we got to do this tonight, and they overcome 2 deficits, like you said, and they were pretty decent. I never thought we'd be able to play this year. It's what a weird time in the world, man, but wow, we're playing for a regional title, first one in 49 years.
I'm Zach Herrick from the West Michigan area. Division II regional semifinal between Grand Rapids Catholic Central and South Christian. The Cougars winning both of these regular season matchups. But early on, it's SC Sam Mings knocking down back-to-back first quarter triples. The Sailors would take an 11-8 lead early. But at the other end, it's Cougar freshman Darrell Fat Brooks with the tough deuce. He had 15 points in the game. The Sailors would trail by 5 at the break, but go on a big run to start the third. Elliot Grassheist, the lefty, knocks down the 3 to put SC back in front 33-30. But Catholic Central filled with shooters. Sophomore Caden Brown, one of the top in the state. He knocks down a transition 3 off the steal. The Cougars take a 38-35 lead, and they would not look back. In the final minutes, off another steal, Caden Brown to Jack Karazinski with the alley-oop. Catholic Central goes on to roll 68-50.
I'm Kevin Cherzinski, and we go to Southfield Christian for boys basketball regional action in Division IV. The Eagles of Southfield Christian boast a 12-1 record, for the Mountaineers of Clarkston Everest Collegiate sitting at 15-2. Southfield Christian started this game attacking from three-point land. Freshman Uchenna Amin gives it back to Michael Lavandini, and the sophomore drains another one from downtown, and the Eagles rolling early in the first. Time ticking down to the end of the quarter. The Clarkston Everest defense coming up big late with the intercept by Lucas Cross, and the junior has a clear path to the net, getting the easy bucket to go. However, Southfield Christian would lead at the end of the first 16-10. Second quarter action, and the Eagles would start to pull away a little bit before the break. More from the sophomore Michael Lavandini. The underclassman is hot from beyond the arc, yet another triple try connecting as Southfield Christian leads at halftime 27-19. The Mountaineers came fighting back down several points here in the third. Johnny Nedwick plans his attack to the net, and the junior smooth sailing to the net, off the glass, and in. Everest down 5, 28-23. Southfield Christian continues to be a threat from long range, only this time a fresh face making the highlights. Senior Varian Patrick lets loose a beautiful shot from downtown. Eagles up 6 at the end of the third, 37-31. To the final seconds of regulation, Lucas Cross does it again, getting another takeaway from the Mountaineers, and the junior finishes it off to put Clarkston Everest up 3, 45-42 with 16 seconds left in the game. But this one not over yet. Varian Patrick coming in clutch as he attempts the much-needed 3 points to tie this baby up, and the senior hits the money shot. We needed overtime to break the 45-point tie. But in the end, the Eagles would pull away. Michael Lavandini with the quick feed to Caleb Dixon down under, and the senior banks it off the glass and in. Southfield Christian pulls away in OT and defeats Clarkson Everest 59-50 your final score.
I'm Lauren Plants with a regional semifinal in Division 4 as the favored Detroit Douglas Hurricanes were matched up with Plymouth Christian Academy. This game played at Ypsi Lincoln, and this was a good one. The PCA Eagles came in 12-5, finished second in the MIAC Blue behind Southfield Christian, took care of Huron Valley Lutheran to shore up the district championship. Started this game in fuego. Evan Schultz distributes to Mason Hulk, pump fake, baseline drive, and the bucket. Eagles were flying. Inbound pass to a slashing Nathan Sutrick. The up and under and the kiss off the window. He had a team high 17. Plymouth Christian led 14-4 after one. Now the 12-win Hurricanes did not have a district opponent to play. Last game was a tough loss to Pershing in the PSL semis 10 days earlier. Started climbing back in it in the second. Pierre Brooks with the deep three attempt, short. But the D1 recruit Javante Randall with the rebound and the putback, he had 21 in the contest. But the Eagles continued to press the action. Sutrick with the sweet bounce pass inside to the junior Mario Cassar. He hits underneath. Eagles led 27-24 at the break. Now the Eagles boast a big man in Chibi and Wuna. Here, cleaning up the O-glass and finishing nicely, the junior with 12 points and the lead grew to 5. Douglas started turning up the pressure defensively, but PCA continued to find creative buckets. The senior shot with the dribble penetration, and the circus shot over the outstretched arms of Randall finds the twine. But Douglas is led by Mr. PSL and Mr. Basketball hopeful Pierre Brooks II. His 12 points in the second quarter kept the Canes in it. In the third, beautiful move, and the floater is good, but PCA led 40-34 heading into the fourth. In the final quarter, the Michigan State signee Brooks measuring up from NBA range, flush. Game high 22 on the night, but the Eagles refused to buckle. Schultz from behind the long line. He had 3 triples and finished with 15. We were tied at 49 with 1.5 seconds to go. Could the Eagles pull off the huge upset? Christian Sutherland for the win, just short. This game went to double overtime. It was anybody's ball game, but in the end, the Canes got the job done. Dukes pushing it up. Outlet to Alexander Wiltz. Count it. The Douglas Hurricanes survive and advance to the regional championship.
So we had a slow start at first. We came out. I didn't have a good first quarter, but I started to find my groove in the later stages of the game. They played hard. They played fundamental. Great ball movement. They finished around the basket more than we thought they would. So they gave us a great game, and they played great.
Y'all always believed, and y'all kept fighting. That's where it's going to be probably this whole tournament. You know what I'm saying? So we get to practice tomorrow. Let's clap it up, man.
State Champs Michigan's high school sports show is brought to you in part by the Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner of the MHSAA. Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University Athletics. If you're a high school athlete with the dream of playing college sports, Lawrence Technological University wants you to recruit yourself. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports.
My name is Marisa Osink. I play the clarinet. I'm studying robotics engineering. So the robotics program here, it's mostly a mesh between the computer science courses, mechanical courses, and electrical engineering courses. And then in addition to that, there's a course sequence for robotics classes specifically. In each one of those, there's always a project that we have to do. It's very hands-on, and the class sizes for that are really small because there's not a lot of robotics majors. You get to know your classmates really well, you get to know the professors really well, and it's just been a really great experience, and I've learned a lot. Everyone always says that band is like a family, and because we're a smaller school, I feel like that's more true here. The marching band is the first place where I found friendly faces who were willing to talk to me about my class schedule, and everyone is just very welcoming, and it was a nice place to start on campus. It's a small campus, but it's still in the city. There's a lot of things around. There's never going to be a night once COVID's over that you don't have anything to do. And even still, there's a lot of things that are going on just online right now. And I talk to a whole bunch of people every day, and it's really a good community.
Take your future into your hands. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Lawrence Tech, where Blue Devils dare.
I'm Kevin Czerzinski reporting from Whitmore Lake for this girls basketball regional championship matchup between the 16-1 Grass Lake Warriors and the Arbor Prep Gators, who sit at 16-2. These two met in the regular season, with the Warriors coming out on top 80-69. First quarter action, and the Warriors would open up the scoring. Avery Cabana marching down the hardwood, and the senior gonna go solo on this attempt, and she gets the clean finish to go. Arbor Prep struggling slightly in the first, but the Gators have a weapon on the floor with 4-star recruit Maya Petticourt, and the junior makes her move, behind the back and up and in. However, Gators down 4 at the end of the first, 17-13. AP making their way back into the game in the second. Kyra Lawrence shot from long range does not go, but junior guard Cariana Woods is there with the board, and she gets the second try to drop. Gators down 2, 19-17. Still in the second, and Arbor Prep has a 2-point lead at this point. Gabby Luchka drives from the perimeter, and the junior in business tying this game up off the glass. And at halftime, game was still tied at 28-all. Coming back from break, both teams tighten things up a bit. Maya Petticourt with the rock, and the junior cuts to the net and nicely feeds Stacey Utomi, and the freshman getting the bucket to go, but Gators down a penny, 37-36. About a minute left in the third. A pair of ones head-to-head here, Petticourt and Lexus Bargasser. Warriors, Bargasser makes a nice move in the paint as the junior hits the net with the clean finish. Warriors up 2 at the end of the third, 42-40. Fourth quarter action, Maya Petticourt gonna go end-to-end as the junior has 4 Warriors collapse on her at the net, but Petticourt not fazed at all as this ball finally rolls into the basket, tying it up at 46-all. But the Grass Lake Warriors would pull away late in the fourth. More from Lexus Bargasser as she penetrates to the basket. Grass Lake holds off Arbor Prep. 63-56 your final score. The Grass Lake Warriors are your regional champs.
I'm Ryan Slocum in Corunna with a Division II girls basketball regional final. Frankenmuth taking on Portland in a rematch of last year's regional semis, won by Muth. The Raiders came up empty on their first possession that lasted nearly 2 minutes, but they more than made up for that from there, hitting their next 7 straight shots, including 5 3-balls to take a 21-12 lead after the first. The Eagles' offense finally gets going in the second, sparked by Zoe Persales, who hit back-to-back triples in the corner. A couple of trips later, it's Emma Kirkow with the big board and the turning one-hander off the window. That cut the lead to 3. Portland back up 32-26 at the half. The Raiders continue the attack in the third. Ashley Bauer with the offensive board. And look at the finish. Flips it over her head and in. Then it's Ava Gruber finding Ava Guilford. Corner to corner. The junior throws up the teardrop and one. Portland takes a 12-point lead. Booth fights back again. Lexi Boyke grabs the board in traffic and puts it in. The senior led the way with 14 points. Then in the fourth, Elena Solier to a cutting Kirkow for the finger roll finish. Muth pulls within 3, but every time the Eagles got in striking distance, the Raiders punched right back. Gruber from downtown. She scored 11. Bauer hit 7 of 8 free throws down the stretch to put it away. She scored 26 as Portland wins the regional title 53-49. They take on Escanaba in the quarterfinals on Monday.
You know, we talked before the game and we said it's about time all 5 are hitting on the same night because we haven't really had that. And tonight we had it. So it was a great team win.
Yeah, I thought we came out really strong. We were hitting shots, working as a team, and I think we had a lot of confidence, which helped us throughout the rest of the game.
It means so much. We work so hard for this, and nobody else sees it besides our whole team. We believed in ourselves, and this was a really good team that beat us last year, so it means a lot for us to make a run now and beat them.
I'm Zach Herrick from the West Michigan area. Regional championship matchup 381 days in the making after last season's was canceled due to COVID-19 as East Grand Rapids took on Hudsonville. And it would be all Eagles out of the gate. JC Tubergen to Elena Diaz, who hits the step back three. She had 16 points in the game. Eagles up 16-4 after one. And the Eagles defense did not make things easy on Miss Basketball finalist Jillian Brown, but she hits 3 of her game-high 25 points here. But East would still be down 6. Later in the third, the Pioneers continue to try to claw back. Allie Carlson, the standout junior, with the pull-up from the elbow. EGR down 2 after 3 quarters. But in the fourth, it's a 2-point game until Eva Joldersma in the corner for 3 gets the shooter's roll on the assist from Diaz. And Hudsonville gets it done, 52-47 the final. The Eagles advance to take on East Lansing on Monday in the state quarterfinals at Van Noord Arena.
I'm Greg Molson in Holly for a Division I girls basketball regional final between the unbeaten Heartland Eagles and the Mustangs of Bloomfield Hills Marion. We start with the Mustangs and Shannon Kennedy. She misses but gets her own rebound and feeds Mackenzie Swanson for the basket plus the foul. But here come the Eagles on the run. Leah Lappin taking it all the way herself. Heartland led it by 1 after the first. Anna Herberholz then takes it all the way for the Mustangs, putting Marion on top 10-9. But the Eagles then take flight. Gracie Metz driving for the hoop and some harm. Then it's Lauren Solom picking off the pass. She takes it the other way for 2 of her 10 points on the night. And how about Amanda Roach on the run? She takes it all the way as Heartland builds an 8-point lead at the half. The Eagles continue to push the pace in the second half. It's Roach on the run again. This time she gets the assist to Lily Gustafson. The senior scored 10 points. Herberholz led Marion with 14. She gets 2 more on the driving left-handed scoop shot. But the Eagles pull away. Roach led them with 11 points. She gets another assist here to Gustafson. And Heartland remains unbeaten, winning 51-34. They're moving on to a quarterfinal matchup with Midland Dow, but first, they celebrated a meaningful regional championship.
I guess it's not so much the championship as it was the opponent. You know, we don't play these people very often. This is the first time in our history that we played Marion. We played Mercy a couple of times, and those are the programs you hear about. You know, so for us to beat one of them and maybe be considered one of them for a particular year, that's quite an honor.
For us, it's really good. It proves that we can be state champs, and we have the fight to go to the Breslin.
Dylan Morello here as we head to Northville for the Division I girls basketball regional title game as Saline took on Wayne Memorial. Both teams are coming into this one with only 2 losses on the season. Wayne Memorial is looking to get back at Saline after losing them in the regional semifinal last year. We start things off with the Zebras as Austin drives in the paint and dishes it over to Elena Michaud for the 2-pointer, her first night back after sitting out 5 games with an injury. Right after that play, here comes Saline pushing the ball down the court. Emily Wojcinski kicks it to Kate Stemmer for the 3. Wayne Memorial up 20-14 after 1. Memorial looking to build on their lead in the second as Austin lobs it down low to Michaud for the 2. Michaud had 24 points on the night. Zebras up 8 at the half. We go to the third quarter now. Zebras Harris Bass. She drives down low and gets the lay-in to go. Less than a minute later, it's the Hornets feeling good coming out of the break as Kate Stemmer finds her older sister, Ella Stemmer, and she knocks down the jumper. Memorial controlling the ball on offense here. Paris Robinson passes over to Austin. She weaves through the defense and gets the tough lay-in. Zebras up by 8 going into the fourth. Saline gaining momentum here. Sophie Cannon drives in and kicks it out to Ella Stemmer for the 3. Stemmer had 21 points total on the night. But the Zebras would hold on to the lead and finish strong as Paris Bass off the rebound throws it down court to Austin for the lay-in. Austin with a team-high 27 points on the evening as Wayne Memorial would go on to win the regional title with a final score of 68-60. The Zebras advancing to the state quarterfinal for the first time since 2019.
It feels great. It's really exciting to know that it's a really great experience. And tonight we're going to the next game, the next level. It's just really amazing.
I'm Mike Erlitis. We head to girls regional finals action in Division I as the Mercy Marlins visit the Phoenix of Detroit Renaissance. The Phoenix wasting no time. Christian Sanders for the lay-in. Renaissance with a quick 6-0 lead. Mercy would get on track. Alexis Roberts finds Jill Smith for the finish. Smith led with a team-high 11 points as the Marlins trail 9-6 after 1. In the second, Renaissance Stingy D causing turnovers. Micaiah Finley with the steal and the bucket as the Phoenix take a double-digit lead. Mercy trying to keep pace. Smith strikes again, this time for 3, but the Marlins still trailing at the half, 28-14. In the third, Renaissance would continue to steer the course. Check out Shannon Wheeler on the boards, tipping it to herself and getting 2 of her 16 on the night. Mercy doing their best to get back in this one. Maya White drains it from behind the line for 3. But the Phoenix keep their cool down the stretch. The kick out to Finley for 3 more. That would close the book on this one as Detroit Renaissance takes the regional title and moves on in the playoffs, beating Mercy by a final score of 48-35. State Champs, Michigan's high school sports show, is brought to you in part by Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine.
Hi, I'm Laura Ramus, and today on Game Changers, we're going to talk about how to incorporate yoga into your training. Yoga is a popular form of exercise. It develops strength through controlled movement patterns and poses. The plank and the side plank are actually exercises that were developed or started in yoga and are great for all athletes. Yoga also improves your balance. We're going to take a look at 2 poses that improve your balance and your athletic performance. The first pose is the warrior. Begin by starting with your feet almost in a tandem position. Front knee is right over your ankle. Back heel is down with the knee straight. Try to get your hips as forward as possible. Engage your core by bringing your hands together. Once you're in this position, bring your arms out and perform balanced rotation in both directions. Keep your eyes gazing forward. Repeat for about 30 seconds and then switch sides. The second is the tree pose. Begin by standing with your hands pressed together to engage your core. This is where your stability comes from. Gently raise up one foot and balance through your core. Place that against the inside of your thigh and press your heel into your thigh. Balance in this position. Hold for as long as you can, 30 seconds, and then repeat on the other side. Yoga does not come without risks. Many athletes turn yoga into a physical competition. The deep stretching of yoga is not meant to be competitive. Not all athletes need the same amount of flexibility. If you're in an explosive sport like football, basketball, or volleyball, oftentimes you need less flexibility than a gymnast or a figure skater. If you're looking for more ways to improve your sports performance, contact the experts at DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine.
Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Then go where the pros go. DMC Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. For immediate care, call 313-910-9328 or visit dmc.org/gamechangers.
I'm Mike Erlitis with regional finals action. The Pilots of De La Salle hosting the U of D Jesuit Cubs. Pilots wasting no time on their home court. Caleb Reese takes it to the rack, 2 of his 14 as De La Salle takes an 18-9 lead after 1. More from the Pilots in the second. Nino Smith with a smooth spin and finish. He led De La Salle with 15 points on the night as they increased their lead to 36-23 at the half. Jesuit would come alive in the third by the way of the 3-ball. Here's Charles Turner lighting it up. He led all scores with 23 points. Cubs strike again, and again it's Turner. It's an understatement to say he was on fire. He had 5 3-pointers in the third quarter alone, bringing Jesuit to just a 2-point deficit. But the Pilots would end the quarter on a high note. Great drive by Lyndon Holder at the buzzer. He had 11 as De La Salle keeps the lead at 50-46 after 3. In the fourth, Jesuit would go back to their hot hand. Turner again for 3. That's his 7th on the night. Now late in the quarter, the Pilots would go to their hot hand. And again, it's Smith finding a lane for the bucket as De La Salle clinches the regional championship, beating U of D Jesuit by a final score of 64-59.
Great regional final matchup in Division I. Forest Hills Northern 15-1 taking on 19-0 Zeelandese at Reese Puffer High School. And the Chicks got off to a great start in this game. Brandon Clairbout, the Ferris State-bound senior, buries the 3, and the Chicks were far from done. Clairbout finds Luke Gruppen for 3. All Zeelandese early as they led by 11, and it kept growing. Clairbout again for 3. It was 18-2 Zeelandese in the first quarter, but Northern went to work and clawed its way back in the game. Trinidad Chambliss, also headed to Ferris State, gets the Huskies within 11. Then Gavin Fisher, the steal and the bucket. It was a 5-point game at the break, and late in the third quarter, Northern goes ahead to State. Chambliss again, he had 20 points in the game. Forest Hills Northern claims the Division I Regional Championship with a thrilling come-from-behind win, 53-49 over Zeeland East.
We kept telling the guys, body blows, little by little. We're not going to do this one time. It's little by little, and they believe. We got the opportunity to start flipping defenses. We just played with more energy. You don't want to be down 18-2, obviously, against a very good team. But you know what? Little by little. And I'm so proud of my guys. Nate Casterline played some crucial minutes. You know, he doesn't get enough credit for what he does in practice. Obviously, the regular guys in the regular rotation battled it out. But wow, what a great high school basketball game.
I'm Ryan Slocum in Reese for a Division III boys basketball regional title game. The Rockets hosting the top-ranked team in D3, the Bucks of Beecher. James Cummings set the tone early, doing it all for Bucktown, hitting from the inside and the outside. The junior, who is a 3-year starter, may have had the best game of his career, going for 15 points and 13 rebounds. Beecher up 8 early. The Rockets running right with them. Great job by Levi Foco to stay with it and find DeMarcus Palmrooter. He lays it in. Beecher on top 17-9 after 1. In the second, the Bucks backcourt started heating up like Lil Baby and Gunna. Keon Minifield off balance, off the window for the running one-hander. Couple of trips later, Minifield hangs in midair for the finger roll finish. That puts Beecher up 16. After that, Carmelo Harris starts putting the Rockets on his bucket list. He hit 3 threes in the first half. Beecher led it 47-24 at the break. Reese comes out of the locker room firing. Jake Rao from the free throw line. He and Foco scored 16 points apiece. Then it's Palmrooter with the no-look dime to Jesse Stricker for the easy deuce. But they could not slow down the Bucktown guards. Mello takes it away and fires it to Keon, and the Mr. Basketball candidate puts on his jammies. Beecher up 24 when Mello does his best James Harden step back for another triple. Harris and Menefield each scored 24 as Beecher wins its 13th regional title in the last 15 years, 89-58. They'll face Detroit Loyola Tuesday in the quarterfinals.
Well, when you got two guards scoring 30 apiece, that says a lot. That it kind of reminds me of the combination of Monte Morris and Antoine Burks. That's hard to guard right there.
This team is special. It's just we look, our size is undersized, so we got to play fast. We got to play scrappy. We got to be on the floor. We got to be on the ball at all times. It's just we got to be more scrappy than the team, more physical. The most physical team win, and that's what we did.
We got 3 more games to go, and then we get the real trophy. That's when we celebrate and state championship. This is regional. It's a good win, but we still need more. 3 more games.
State Champs, Michigan's high school sports show is brought to you in part by the Detroit Athletic Club Foundation's Male and Female High School Athlete of the Year Awards, taking place June 7th.
I'm Greg Molson in Williamston, where the Hornets were playing a Division II regional final on their home court, taking on Battle Creek Penfield, coming off its first district title since 1992, looking for its first regional title since 1972. Great execution by the Panthers here, setting up Gavin Liggett for the lay-in. Williamston takes the lead in the final seconds of the first quarter. Spencer Feig with the drive to put them up 13-12. The Hornets then open the second with an 11-2 run. Feig with the assist to Brandon Hunt. They led it by 10 before the Panthers closed the half strong. Check out Aiden Burns with a touch pass to Connor McCleary for the two-handed flush. The lead cut to 6 at the half. Williamston holding on to the lead and adding to it in the third. Maxwell Burton driving for 2 of his 13 points. Then it's Jacob Wallace spinning and scoring 2 of his 14. The Hornets led it by 13. But the Panthers keep fighting. Aiden Burns with a scoop inside, helping to cut the lead back to 6 going into the fourth. That's when senior Ryan Peterson decides he doesn't want his career to come to an end. He drives to cut the lead to 4. Peterson then crashes the boards to get the rebound and the putback, cutting the lead to just 2. The Panthers down just 1 with 1 minute to go when Peterson drills the triple, giving Penfield its first lead since the first quarter. Peterson finished with 13 points. Williamston then down 3 with a final chance to tie it. It's Wallace with the shot. No good. Battle Creek Penfield comes from behind to win it 56-53, claiming its first regional championship in 49 years.
It's crazy. It's something we've dreamed about since we were little. It means a ton. We've been playing our whole lives together. We got a brotherhood going, and we're a solid group. We all love each other.
They're writing their book. They've cemented themselves in Penfield history. It's their legacy that they're building. And to come up here and to be able to play against a great program in Williamston, just to be on the same floor with them is an honor. For them to be able to come out and fight, I'm just speechless.
I'm Ryan Slocum, and we head to Troy for a Division I boys basketball regional title game between the Cougars and the Cougars. Macomb, Dakota taking on Rochester Hills Stony Creek. We pick it up in the first. Stony Creek with it. Trevor Smith kicks it out to Jason Lowe, who drives down the lane through the trees and gets it to fall. Then, with a minute to play in the quarter, Joshua Hines pulls up from just inside the three-point line and hits nothing but the bottom. He had 20 points in the first half alone. Final seconds of the first. Stoney can't convert, and here comes Dakota. Hines to Ethan Mayer, who lays it in at the buzzer. Dakota up 18-7 after one. More of the same in the second. Ethan Mayer with the swipe. He fires it ahead to Tyler Barron, and the Baron takes flight. Stony Creek trying to cut into the deficit. Zach Jones from a step beyond the long line. He splashes down, but Dakota was still up 11 at the half. And they would stay hot in the third. It's Mayer with the drive and dish to Ty Williams underneath for the deuce. But Stoney won't back down. It's Trevor Smith, Creek's record holders for field goals in a season, hitting from downtown. Dakota still up 12 heading into the final frame. And they look to close it out strong. Joshua Hines with a pair of crossovers. He takes it all the way to the cup. Number one had a team-high 31 points on the night as Dakota beats Stony Creek 58-52 to win the regional title. They'll face Warren De La Salle in the D1 quarterfinals at Detroit Renaissance on Tuesday.
State Champs Michigan's High School Sports Show is brought to you in part by the Michigan High School Athletic Association.
Classifications for the 21-22 school year are now posted at MHSAA.com. The classification process concludes each year by early April, in which schools know exactly what division their teams will be participating in next year. The way that the process works is you take the total number of schools that sponsor a sport and then divide by the number of classes or divisions in that sport. So a sport like ice hockey takes the total number of schools and divides by 3 to create 3 equal divisions. A sport, for example, girls golf, is played in 4 divisions. So you take the number of girls golf schools, divide by 4, and that sets the divisions in that sport. So the group of largest schools obviously is Division 1, the next group Division 2, and so on. This is simply how classification works. To see exactly where your team is for next year, go to our website, MHSAA.com, and check out the classifications for next school year.
What a fantastic show. Shout out to our state champs team who always come through in the clutch.
And however you celebrate Easter, we hope you spend it with those you love.
And I just want to say a little bit of sad news here as we close out. Unfortunately, this is going to be the last broadcast that Jenna Rose is on State Champs Michigan. And Jenna, I want to tell you that I appreciate all that you've done, and I know you have a great career ahead.
Oh, thank you, Lauren. It's been wonderful being here, guys.
It's an April Fool's joke, everybody. It's April Fool's week. I wanted to get her with more of a shock look, but that's all right. I still win the week. No Rochambeau. Have a great one. State Champs Michigan's High School Sports Show is presented by Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 24 varsity sports for men and women, along with several dozen world-class undergraduate programs. Athletic and academic scholarships are available in all sports. Visit LTUathletics.com and recruit yourself. Also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. The Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner of the MHSAA. The Detroit Athletic Club Foundation, Detroit Medical Center Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine. Do you have a sports injury, or are you just looking to take your game to the next level? Go where the pros go. Visit dmc.org/gamechangers.